You know how everyone thinks summer's over after Labor Day, like gardens just pack it in?
Right.
We're onto something different, right? We know fall gardening is where it's at.
It really is. Like a whole secret garden season most people miss out on.
You said it. And you brought something to guide us today.
I did. An article from the Old Farmer's Almanac.
Now, I like to think I'm pretty good in the garden, but even I was surprised. It's not just telling you what to plant, it's like a whole different way of thinking about the garden.
It is. And one thing I love how they call fall a second spring, which it really is.
Yeah.
If you've ever spent July trying to keep tomato plants alive in a heat wave,
Oh, tell me about it.
this is way more appealing.
Right. Second spring, though. That's brilliant. The soil's already warm, no more scorching sun, even the bugs are calming down. It's like the garden saying, hey, take it easy, try something new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The soil's been soaking up sun all summer, so it's perfect for growing, even if the air's getting cooler.
Make you think of how plants work differently, right?
Totally. In spring, they're using all their stored energy to shoot up leaves, flowers, fruit, the works.
Right, right.
Fall comes, things change, cooler temps, shorter days.
Yeah.
Their energy goes somewhere else.
Where, though? What are they doing?
Roots, mostly. Building those up and putting out more leaves.
Huh. Like they're bulking up for winter.
Exactly. And all that energy makes for a tastier, bigger harvest for us.
So less work for us, better flavors for us. I'm seeing the upside here. And speaking of tasty, the article gets into specifics, what grows well this time of year. Some are no-brainers. Lettuce, spinach, radishes, those are always satisfying.
Quick and easy, those are great for fall.
But then it gets really interesting. It talks about frost tolerance, even gives you temperature ranges and everything. Really helpful.
It is. That's something a lot of folks don't realize, how some plants actually do better with a little frost.
Yeah, before we get to which ones, what's the deal with that? How can a plant be better after a freeze?
It's pretty wild when you think about it. Basically, it's down to how their cells are structured. They've got these compounds in them that are like natural antifreeze.
Hold on, antifreeze? You mean they don't actually like the cold, they've just evolved a way to deal with it?
Exactly. And it even changes how they taste. Like colored greens, the article mentions those light frost turns some of their starches into sugar.
Wait, so those kale chips everyone loves, the little frost makes them sweeter? See, I knew colder weather did that for some veggies, but the science behind it never really put it together.
It's incredible, isn't it? Nature's way of making things even more delicious. And then you've got stuff like carrots. So the article even talks about overwintering them under mulch.
Fresh carrots in winter, that's some next level stuff.
It's called overwintering.
Okay, yeah.
You could do it with certain root vegetables. Gives them a little protection from the worst of the cold. They just kind of hang out until spring.
Like tucking them in for a long nap, I like it.
Right.
So this article, it's written for New Hampshire, but we've got people listening everywhere.
That's true, yeah.
What about them? How do we take these ideas and make them work no matter the climate?
Good point. You can't just follow a list blindly. I got to think about why they're suggesting this stuff.
We got to think like gardeners, not just readers.
Exactly. Days to maturity, that's key. Every seed packet tells you that, how long it needs.
Right, right.
Figure out your frost dates, too, when the first one hits, when the last one usually is.
Like a personalized garden calendar. So even in warmer places, you're not giving up on fall, just adjusting. Maybe choosing different varieties.
Exactly. And don't underestimate microclimates.
Smoker, what now?
Microclimates. Your own backyard can have spots that are warmer, cooler, depending on sun and shade.
Huh. Never thought of it like that. Big word for something so small, though. Microclimate. I'll be checking those out. Okay, one more thing from the article. Bugs. Or rather, less of them. But still some to watch for, they say. Slugs. Those are bad for tender greens, naturally.
Always.
And cabbage moths. They find my kale no matter what I do.
They are persistent, yeah. But the cool thing about fall pests, different season, different tactics.
Oh, so I can't just use the same sprays and stuff.
Well, you can, but think about it. You could try attracting beneficial insects instead.
Yeah.
They're still around in the fall. Ladybugs, praying mantises.
Yeah.
They'll eat the bad bugs for you.
So I'm setting a table for good bugs, not just trying to fight the bad ones.
That's like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Building up a whole system so it's better able to handle whatever comes along. A healthy system is a tough system, basically.
Makes sense. Much rather have ladybugs as allies than go spraying chemicals everywhere. This has been great. Really makes you think differently about fall, huh? We're not putting the garden to bed. We're just figuring out how it works this time of year.
Exactly. Doesn't matter where you live, how much you know. There's some fall gardening for everyone. Just got to be a little curious, willing to try stuff out.
That's the fun part. Speaking of trying stuff, this article, it was mostly about veggies, but what about herbs? Aren't there some that kind of prefer it cooler? Parsley, sage, rosemary, those tough ones that always seem to last.
Oh, for sure. Lots of herbs are great in cooler weather. And some even get more flavorful after a frost. Rosemary's one.
So they get sweeter too, like it concentrates the flavor or something. Man, fall gardening really is something special, isn't it? Like the garden's last hurrah. I'm thinking pumpkin spice lattes have got nothing on a garden full of, like you said, frost-kissed kale. All right, everyone listening, don't let those cooler days fool you. There's still life in those garden beds. Get yourselves the Old Farmer's Almanac, look up those frost dates, and get planting. We want to hear how your fall gardens are going. What are your secret cheat codes for the season? Tell us about it.